Welcome to Buy the Stitch and Whips Vips Crochet Group. Today I'm talking about the chainless starting double crochet. Not to be confused with your standing double crochet, which is used for when you're changing colors and you don't want to like join with a slip stitch and then chain 3. You do a standing double to start off that new color. A chainless starting double crochet is used when you're continuing with the same color, and it can be worked in the round and it can be worked when you're working with rows. The purpose of the chainless starting double crochet is for conformity and uniformity of your stitches. It blends in better with your doubles that are worked right after that first stitch. Also, when you're working in rows, you've probably noticed when you're doing double crochets, the pattern will tell you to chain 3 at the end and turn. And when you do that, that chain 3 is really skinny and it leaves a gap, because the chain 3 is not the same width of a double crochet. So you have these really ugly gaps on every other row on each side, and it's just kind of unsightly. So your chainless starting double crochet will mimic a real double crochet and fill in that gap and bump up your crochet to make it look even better than you thought it could. So let me show you how it's done. Here we go. Do it. All right. So to begin a chainless starting double crochet. Remember, this is when you're continuing in the same color in rounds or crocheting row by row. I'm coming to the end of this round here. I'm going to do a slip stitch to join my round. Now at this point, the pattern will probably say something like chain 2, chain 3, and then double crochet in next stitch or something to that effect. So what the chainless starting double crochet does is it takes the place of that chain 3 at the beginning of the round or the row when continuing in the same color. And the way that you accomplish this, there's 2 different ways. There's a standard way and there's a new and improved way. I'll show you both, and you can decide which one you like better. But the reason that we do the chainless starting double crochet is that it blends in better with the double crochets, the real double crochets that you work right next to it. So the way that we're going to do this, I'm going to show you the standard first. To get started, instead of chaining 3, you're going to pull that working loop up about the height of your regular double crochet, and you can kind of compare and look below and see about how high your doubles are. And if you can, make it just a wee bit shorter, because the more compact it is, the better it will blend in with the next stitch next to it. If you get it too tall, it's going to be tall and skinny, and then it's going to stick out and gap just like your regular chain 3 will. So pull it up about the height of your unique height of your double crochets that you're making. Make sure the head of the hook is facing you. Then with your first finger, with the hand that you're holding the hook with, you're going to hold down on this loop right here. You don't want that to move. And you are going to rotate your hook around that loop that you pulled up, okay? And then you're going to yarn over and pull it behind that loop. Now you still have hold of your loop and you have 2 loops on your hook. At this point, you can let go with your finger, pinch below, and then yarn over one more time and pull through both of those loops for your double crochet. Now, if I was to crochet 2 more regular double crochets right next to it, I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so there's my granny cluster. Now look at that. You can't tell the difference unless you really look close, between the chainless starting that I did and the real double that I did right next to it. Okay, so that is the standard version. If I were to do the new improved method, and Moogly has started this new and improved method, and like any other stitch, as time goes on, people find out better ways of doing things or more inventive ways of doing things. The new improved method starts out the same way. You're going to pull up your working loop to the height of a double crochet. Make sure the head of the hook is facing you. Using your forefinger, hold on to that working loop at the top of your hook. You're going to start off the same way by rotating your hook around, but instead of yarning over at this point, you will insert into the space or the stitch where you want this crochet stitch to go. Yarn over, pull up a loop, and pull behind, and then yarn over and pull through your last 2 loops. And again, if I crochet 2 more double crochets right next to it to complete my granny cluster, this is what I end up with. Again, it's a beautiful stitch to use for conformity and uniformity in your stitches. You can see that the horizontal loops coming across each of the posts are in the same spot, and it really blends in nicely. So I hope this has been a helpful Tuesday tidbit for you, even though it is Monday, and I hope that it will improve your technique and make your work look even that much better.